What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Today we have about 8 common motorcycle riding mistakes. Some of it is because the driver is actually going to hit us, but there's a few things like gravel and a few other things like that. So I want you guys to go over this with me and find out what we could be doing differently as new riders so we don't make these same mistakes ourselves. Let's get out there riding and be safe, everybody. We're going to be going over the plan method. We're going to be learning a lot. So casual rider with a Y.
Important to stay cautious on gravel. If
all right, here we go. Sharp left turn. You see the chevrons?
Probably have
we're going to turn right.
Pleasant moments.
Oh, gravel. Look at all that gravel. Yeah. It's hard to see, but if you can see it ahead of time, there's things you can do, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit here. And it even says fresh oil on the sign. So they're probably doing road repairs. So be careful with that. But we're going to talk a little bit about it. He's got crash guards. He's doing fine there, so his bike's going to do fine. Fresh oil and stone. There it is. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it should have been right there. It really should have been on that corner. It should have been right there, not back behind the trees. Okay, because you got people turning right. And they don't do that because they don't think of motorcyclists. Motorcyclists need that information. Okay. So we're coming up to here. Let's take a look.
If the sign had been placed correctly, the rider would probably have...
Okay. So you see, it's YouTube compression. It's a video. I'm trying to do the best I can here. Look at the color of this road versus that road. It's a little different, right? So it's almost the same thing as going from asphalt to a dirt road. It's a different color. So when you see something like that, slow it down. So you see how he's coming in at an angle like this? So I paused it here for a reason, but it's definitely a different color. If I saw that different color and I can observe, because I'm pointing out, I'm locating hazardous situations, is this a relevant threat? You see how you start going through that thought process of like, that's weird. When I do that, that's weird, I slow down. I pause, I think. It could be a fight in a relationship. It could be, you get, an emotional reaction to something. Pausing is usually the best thing you do. We all fail at it. But same thing here when it comes to riding on the road. If I see something like, that's weird. I'm traveling, so I can't really pause. I can slow down, though. And so what I'm going to do, here's my pen right here. So anyways, I'm coming up, and I'm going to slow it down, and then take it as straight as possible. So I'm slowing down. Nice tight turn on. So if we come in from this angle, we're turning in the gravel. I want to turn on the road. I don't want to turn on the gravel because that's where we start having traction loss. And so you can use this not just for this situation, but you can use this for when you're going on asphalt to dirt, like an actual dirt road. Go slow it down when you have traction and then turn when you have traction, and then you can go when you have less traction. Don't go and then slow down when you don't have as much traction and turn when you don't have as much traction. That's going to be a bad thing. That's not good. Because then you just lose traction. So no funds. So we're coming up to here. Moto Medusa. Oh, jeez. Pimp down. All right. So she's riding over here. Bingo, I got action. All right. So she's using actually a Cardo Pack Talk Edge on her helmet. So right now, not right now, but August 31st to September 7th, there's a 22% off sale using the link in the description. Use my link. Use my code if it doesn't automatically go in the cart, DDTF. You get 22% off store-wide. I believe just not the like the lower-end stuff, but at least on the Cardo Pack Talk Edge, that's what she's using right here. So go ahead and grab that. It's the best sale that you're going to get this year. But she's coming up to an accident. The reason why I want one of these is that if you do crash, you can tell your buddies, hey, I got into a crash. Or if you crash, you can actually talk to dispatch and call 911 yourself with your helmet on. So it's really nice. So she's coming up to a stop. There's the massive impact. There's nothing you could do about that. That car was not paying attention. It hit you. Now we're worried about lumbar issues. We're worried about whiplash on the head and the neck. Overall, pretty bad situation. Nothing she could have done. Terrible. Pimp down. So now what do we do? Right? We want to check our bodies. We want to just go ahead and sit there for a little bit. We want to sit there for a little bit. We want to see, like, you know, do we have any broken bones? Do we have any injuries? Let's pay attention real quick and then stand up. And then once we stand up, pause to see if our blood pressure drops or not. Because usually in a very high, like a high mechanism or a high stress environment, your blood pressure and your pulse rate and your breathing rate, your adrenaline's pumping. It can cause you to drop your blood pressure. And once that happens, if your blood pressure drops because you stood up, you're going to fall. Any of you guys ever stood up dehydrated before really quick and all of a sudden you got dizzy? And you're like, oh, I'm good. Like if that happens after a crash like this and you do fall forward and you don't have a full face helmet, smash your face open. If you fall forward and you hit the back of your head, with a helmet or not, you're going to have a secondary concussion possibly, or your first one in this incident. So be careful. So once you stand up, pause, you're like, oh, I'm starting to feel dizzy. Sit yourself down. Sit yourself down before you fall down. 66, 67 miles an hour, whatever. All right, here we go. Cruising through. This is a pretty fast. Great swerve. Great swerve. That looks like the United States. I don't think this is a 60-mile-an-hour road. I'm going to go over. I'm just trying to see if there's a speed limit sign somewhere. No speed limit sign. We're going 68 miles per hour. It doesn't feel like we're going 68 miles per hour. It has to be kilometers per hour. So let's say 70 kilometers per hour. That's 43 miles per hour. That's about right. That's about right. So kilometers, maybe it's Canada. I don't know. Anyways, we're moving through here. We're cruising at 70 kilometers an hour, 65 kilometers an hour. We see a vehicle pop out. You see how he's already kind of moving over to the right? That's very good. So he's planning his ride. He saw it. He located a hazardous situation. Is it a relevant threat? Yes, it is. We're going to have to navigate this active threat. So he's going to slow down. He's going to buy himself some time with progressive braking. Plan method, get out of the way. Progressive braking, he's going to slow it down, but he's not going to be able to stop in time because the space cushion is not good enough because we need a little bit more for the total stopping distance. Okay, cool. So we're slowing it down to buy ourselves some time. What are we buying ourselves some time for? Possibly an emergency swerve. We need to find that escape path. So he's buying himself some time to be like, where can I go? Okay, so good. He's already swerving. He bought himself some time. Now we swerved out of the way. Very good. Yeah, where is that? Somebody write in the comments where that license plate is. Because this is probably kilometers per hour. So he swerves, but oh crap, what do we have right here? We have a vehicle in our way. Not good. We got away from one, but we're going to crash into this one. So when it comes to swerving, it's not about just swerving and then keep going up into space. It's swerving and then swerving back. So you really have to practice the swerve and swerve back, okay? You really have to do that. It does say kilometers. Yeah, you're right. It does say kilometers per hour. Okay, so that's kilometers per hour. Very good. I was going to say it didn't look like 65 miles. All right, so he did good swerve. Even slowing down, not panicking, no rev bomb, no horn, no flipping them off. It's like, I got to get myself out of here. Swerve, swerve. Very good. So Cosmic Oddity, very good. Go ahead and grab yourself a slice of pizza. Enjoy the nice seat. Hog Rider BC, can you go ahead and grab him a Diet Coke? We only have Diet Cokes here, guys. But grab yourself a slice of pizza. Hit that like button if you want a slice of pizza yourself. Then he did a nice little swerve with a slower speed to get himself out of there. Very good. Very good. Cosmic Oddity is here. It says, it's me. Learned a lot from you. Cosmic Oddity. I didn't know you were in here. Dude, come on. Hang out, man. Hang out. Enjoy yourself. Good save, dude. Good save. And here's another thing. For anybody that does watch this and I do a review of your video, it's perfectly fine if you want to go ahead and download the video or do a cut. You want to cut this part out and post it on your YouTube channel. I promise I will not copyright or do nothing like that. I want you guys to be able to showcase, the things that you did. And then if you want to showcase me talking about you, go ahead. You do qualify as a smart rider. You got full gear, right? You got full gear. Let's go ahead and put it up. You seeked and recognized and understands hazardous situations. it's going to go away. Let's bring it back up. You did maintain your skills of the swerve. You have full gear. You didn't have to rescue anybody, so that's perfectly fine. Hopefully go ahead and take a Stop the Bleed class or something. But you're over here in class teaching and mentoring all of us. Appreciate that, dude. Good job. All right, here we go. Let's see if anybody else is a smart rider. Scenic route home. So we got a steamroller.
No idea the truck driver was about to make such a move.
Okay, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen
here? Away.
Here we go. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Slow. Okay, slowing down. Nice brakes. Okay. Oh, crap. Can't Flintstone it back. Yeah, at that point, you hop off. That thing will run you over. Damn. That sucks. Good job. Good job hopping off. There was nothing you could have done there. Nothing you could have done there. Damn, that sucks, dude. All right, here we go. Going through a corner. Moto. Elderly couple turns into oncoming traffic near. Yeah, that happens.
Oh, what are you
That
doing?
happens. That happens.
Holy.
Old people will do that. The other car almost did it too. The other car was almost following. So that the white car, just like as a motorcyclist in a group ride, not riding his own ride, that car was not driving its own drive and was just following. Yeah. So elderly couple came onto here. So when you see headlights in front of you, that's a bad sign. Either you're on the wrong side of the road or they're on the wrong side of the road. And if that's the case, possible head on. So you have to. That is an active threat. You have to swerve and get yourself out of that. So doing this, okay, cool. But what happens if they decide, because they're not thinking, I'm going to do a quick U-turn to get out of here? Right? So when you see that, be like very cautious, slow it down, get as far away as possible. Do your head check to the right, get into the right lane. Get away from that, because they might not be thinking, obviously they're not thinking if they're turning into our oncoming traffic. They might not think and then want to do a U-turn all of a sudden. So be careful on that one.
What are you doing? Holy.
Yeah, get out of there. Moto. There we go. So we have Psy. Okay. Going pretty fast here. Going really fast here. Oh, jeez. Not very smart. Oh, we hit a bump. Don't crash, 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 don't crash. I'm trying to put it out there. Hey, he didn't crash. So we watched Doodle on a motorcycle crash. Doing that. And what I mean by doing that, going from road to bridge. That's what I mean by that. That little bump. That little bump right there. Okay. I can't wait to see Yammy Noob's video on the Janus motorcycle. He freaking bought one. Good for him. But he's going, this person, it looks like 146 possible miles per hour. Not very smart. But the thing that Doodle put in her thing where it's like hitting the bump, transitioning and all this stuff, caused the motorcycle gyrations, caused the speed wall, will cause it. Yeah, that's the case for this kind of situation where they're going extremely fast, hitting a bump, transitioning from one surface to another. All that stuff she wrote in her thing, which is what the person, the crash investigator wrote. That's for stuff like this. That's why I want to see what Yammy Noob has to say. And I loved his original video talking about the suspension and whatnot. But right here, hitting that bump. So how do we prevent this? Everyone wants me to talk about how to prevent this. How do you prevent a speed wobble when it happens? Well, how about we just prevent the speed wobble? How do we prevent the speed wobble? Maybe don't go 145 miles an hour. Yeah, a little caca on his pantalones. Yeah, how about we don't go this fast? You can prevent it. It's called a speed wobble for a reason. Very lucky that he was able to survive. Yeah, slow it down now. Yeah, check your bike. Watch out for that road surface hazard right there. You got a nice little alligator skin. Oh, it's a trash bag. Okay, just moving on to Gilrick. Gilrick, go ahead and let's see what happens here, Gilrick.
Actually, the rider walked away with.
You have a sharp right turn coming up ahead. Are you prepared for it? Let's find out.
Without any serious harm.
Let's find out. That wasn't that sharp. But people post these. Still, you always have to watch out. You never know if it is sharp or not. They did put a sign there. There's another sign right here. Sharp left turn. Let's see what happens here. This one might be sharper. The other one wasn't so sharp, but this one definitely was. Oh, shit. Hopefully you didn't hit the guardrail. Okay, so that was a slamming of the brakes. Oh, what the? All right, we're going over here. Okay. So what I say all the time when it comes to, hey, I see a sign. It says sharp left turn. You should be paying attention to it, first and foremost. Secondly, if you go through it and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad, and then you see another sign that says sharp right turn or whatever, oh, this one's going to be just as easy as the last one, so I can go the same speed as I did the last one, or I actually go faster because I could have went faster on the last one, so I'm going to go faster on this one. It's a different turn. You don't know if it's going to be sharper or not. You don't know if you can go the same speed or not. Treat every single turn as if it's its own thing. Hey, it says sharp left turn. I'm going to do it slow. Oh, I could have went a little bit faster. Not a big deal. Okay, cool. Hey, we have a sharp right turn coming up. I'm going to slow it down. Oh, I could have went a little bit faster. Or it's a sharp right turn. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go as fast as I thought I could because this was a sharper turn. Treat every single one as a different thing. Okay? So, not like this guy. Not like this guy. So we're going through here, right?
Luckily,
that's why I was pointing it out. That's why I always point out sharp right turn. I was like, oh, maybe we should slow it down.
So then
we get up through the turn. Like, oh, this isn't a sharp right turn. This is easy. I'm going to go same speed or faster on, because I can handle it. That was easy. So I see a sharp left turn coming up ahead. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do the same speed. Not going to make an adjustment. Oh, crap. It's actually a lot sharper than I thought it would be. They even have extra signs saying it's sharp. I'm panicking now. Oh, crap. Oh, no, it's too fast. I need to slow down. But how do I slow down fast? Bam! Slam that front brake. Take each turn slow than you think you need to. You can add speed later. I get it. Get advanced training, learn trail braking, go ahead and take track days. You learn how to take these corners faster so you can have better skill set so that you can take these faster, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Do it. Please go get extra training. I never say don't get extra training. What I'm trying to get at here is that if you're tired from a long day or you are a beginner rider, maybe your training isn't there yet, or you are too tired to remember to do the training. Okay? Just like driving when you're tired, you get suckier. If you're riding and you're tired, you're going to get suckier. If you're a brand new rider, you don't even have the skill. So just start off slowly and then add more after. Because you're going to hit that guardrail right there. And if you instantly stop on a guardrail like that, that guardrail's not moving. You're going to get cut in half. You ever see car drivers? You ever hear about it? Teenagers specifically, after prom night, after graduation, on a Friday or Saturday. The reason why I say this is because I've been on these calls. They wrap their car around a telephone pole. You ever hear those stories? Have you ever seen that in real life? I have. They're dead. The car is wrapped, metal wrapped. What do you think flesh does? There we go. Saucy Sauce. How you doing, Saucy Sauce? We're going to do a left turn. We're going to low side, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to low side, aren't we? And, ooh, we didn't. What about this way? We're going to low side? There it is. There it is. Why did we low side, Saucy Sauce? I mean, look at the, what are we in Australia? Are we upside down over here? We're leaning pretty hard. And these roads are a little wonky. So if we're leaning pretty hard, we're going to get our tire right on the edge of that traction and then boop, fall down. Why do we need to lean so far? Because I mean, when I do the Smart Rider drills, I don't really need to lean that far, especially if I'm going super slow, which you can grab in the store right now for 20% off. Link in the description if you want to grab 24 drills that you can do in a parking lot. I'm designing some that you can do in your neighborhood streets. But I don't even have to lean that far because I'm going slow. It's slow speed drills, right? I don't want you going slow here, but you can just go the speed limit. You're probably not going to have to lean as far. So let me guess, you're probably going a little faster than the speed limit, or you're going the speed limit and you think it's fun and cool to lean super far. Yeah, because it feels good, right? Well, it feels good. You're taking risks. You're having fun. Adrenaline's going, but you put yourself at too high of a risk and possibly crash. Imagine if the road had a little bit of gravel. Imagine if there might have been oil you didn't see. Imagine if there's a leaf. Imagine if the wind knocked you over just a little bit. Yeah, maybe you tapped the little brakes a little too much. Yeah, so don't take the risks. Nice little group ride, having some fun. You see the different group rides, mob rides versus this? Everyone's riding staggered. So real quick, everyone's riding staggered. This guy, I would maybe a little bit more of a space cushion, but it's still staggered, right? If he has to swerve because there's a road surface hazard in front of him, he swerves, doesn't hit us. The reason why I want a bigger space cushion is because if he swerves and applies the brakes a little bit, we could hit them. But everyone's staggered. Nobody's like, oh my God, I'm losing my brain cells. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're doing the live stream right now. I'm losing my brain cells. I'm having too much fun right now. I'm a little bit sick. The Dayquil hasn't kicked in because I didn't take any today. But here, all right, let's see what happens. We got a tractor. Okay, so he's a road surface hazard here. So this is if we were staggered, he could have went to the left. We were staggered, we could have went to the left. You know what I mean? This is why you guys talk on your Cardo Pack Talk edges and be like, hey, we got a dumb tractor in the way. We're falling behind. Grab yourself a Cardo Pack Talk Edge or the Pro. There's a sale going on between August 31st and September 7th for 22% off. Link in description for that. Grab it then. I don't know when this video is coming out. But wait till the 31st to the 7th.